How's it going, everybody? Pozermobil here, bringing you some absolute bangers that are all on sale on the PlayStation Store for the second wave of the summer sale that runs until August 13th, so you got a bit of time to figure out what you want to buy from these picks. As usual, I've scoured this sale for all the full games, game bundles, and premium editions that are at the lowest price they've been in recent history and are at least a 75 on Metacritic. So if that sounds like the kind of video you want to see, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my coverage of any new sales that Sony puts out. I'm working my way towards 5,000 subscribers, so every bit helps. Alright, that's enough yapping for me, let's get into the video. Final Fantasy VII is just $6.39 right now, and if you've somehow never played this all-time classic, it's absolutely worth it. The original version still holds up, and the materia system gives it a level of customization most RPGs still don't match. You'll be getting the same iconic story, music, and characters that redefined the genre back in 1997, and even if the graphics are dated, the turn-based combat is still super satisfying. This version also includes speed up and no encounter cheats, so you can modernize the experience a little without breaking it. It's a 92 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and around 40 hours to platinum. Journey is $7.49, and even though it's short, it's still one of the most emotional and unique games ever made. It's a wordless, exploration-focused adventure through a vast desert where the music, visuals, and fluid movement all work together to create a vibe that just hits different. You can run into random players on the same journey, and even without talking, there's this surprising sense of connection as you help each other out. The seamless multiplayer and art direction make this feel timeless, and it's still one of the most recommended indies for a reason. It's a 92 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and it takes about 5 hours to finish, no platinum for this one. Slay the Spire is $8.49, and if you like roguelikes or deck-building games, this is the gold standard. You build your deck as you ascend the Spire, facing tougher enemies and crazy random events that constantly make you rethink your strategy. The game's 4 characters all play completely differently, and once you've learned the ropes, you'll be tweaking every decision to perfection. It's endlessly replayable, has incredible synergy potential, and if you're trophy hunting, this one will absolutely test your patience. It's an 89 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and it'll take you around 100 hours to platinum. Dreams is down to $7.99, and even though Media Molecule isn't updating it anymore, the community creations are still worth diving into. It's basically a game engine where you can create and share full games, music, animations, or just mess around and play what others have made. Some of the stuff people have built is genuinely impressive, and there's a curated set of dreams that the devs have highlighted if you don't know where to start. It's not really a traditional game, but if you've got a creative side or just like exploring weird projects, there's nothing else quite like it. It's an 89 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. Max Payne is $8.99, and if you missed this one back in the day, now's a perfect time to go back and see where bullet time really took off. It's a gritty noir third-person shooter with some iconic slow-mo action, and the voiceover narration gives it this really distinct, pulpy tone. The gunplay still feels tight, the story has that old-school edginess, and even though it's a product of its time, it holds up surprisingly well. It's short and replayable, and the soundtrack hits hard with its bleak mood. It's an 89 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and around 25 hours to platinum. Kill Knight is $7.49, and this one's a fast-paced, twin-stick shooter with an aggressive, stylish aesthetic. You're basically a cybernetic monster slashing through hordes of enemies in tight arenas, and the movement alone makes it feel awesome. The game has a super high skill ceiling, and if you're chasing high scores or leaderboard placements, it'll hook you fast. Every run is about execution and speed, so if you're into challenging arcade-style gameplay, it's an easy pick. It's an 88 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and around 35 hours to platinum. Doom Eternal is just $9.99, and it's still one of the best feeling shooters out there if you're into fast, aggressive gameplay. The combat is basically a dance of ripping, tearing, and resource management, and every enemy type demands a specific strategy. You'll be constantly switching weapons and tools while staying mobile, and the arenas are designed to keep you moving at all times. The story has surprisingly solid moments that add depth to the action, but the gameplay is absolutely the main event here. It's an intense challenge that rewards skill and quick thinking, and the level design keeps you on your toes throughout. It's an 88 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and around 30 hours to platinum. XCOM 2 Digital Deluxe Edition is only $7.49 and includes the base game plus the War of the Chosen expansion, which adds a ton of new mechanics and enemies. This is one of the best tactical strategy games on console, with permadeath, RNG, and base building creating a constant sense of tension. You'll need to balance short-term missions with long-term upgrades, and every battle feels like it could tip in either direction. It's brutal, smart, and deeply satisfying when your strategies pay off. It's an 88 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and a solid 100 hours to platinum. Fallout 4 is just $7.99, and even though it's not everyone's favorite in the series, it's still a massive open-world RPG with a ton of content. The gunplay feels way better than in Fallout 3, and the settlement building adds a ton of creativity if you're into that. The story's decent, but the real strength is in exploring the Commonwealth, finding weird side quests, and customizing your gear. It's got that Bethesda jank, sure, but also that sense of freedom and discovery that still hits. It's an 87 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and around 50 hours to platinum. Little Noah, Scion of Paradise is just $5.99, and if you're into roguelites, this one's a charming surprise that didn't get much attention. You'll build up a team of little elemental creatures called Lilliputites and string together combos as you fight your way through randomized dungeons. It's got a colorful art style, smooth combat, and a decent amount of progression as you unlock new abilities. It's approachable for newcomers, but still deep enough to keep you experimenting with builds. It's an 87 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. Katamari Damacy Reroll is $7.49, and it's just pure joy in game form. You roll a ball that collects everything in its path, starting with paperclips and ending with skyscrapers. The music is iconic, the gameplay is weirdly relaxing, and it's the kind of game that's hard to explain but easy to love. It's a faithful remaster of the PS2 classic, and if you want something lighthearted and different, this is a must-play. There's a goofy charm to everything, and it's still one of the most unique games out there. It's an 87 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, is just $5.99, and if you like old-school shooters with modern flair, this one's an intense ride. The shooting is fast and violent, the story goes places, and the performances, especially from the villains, are genuinely great. You're dual-wielding shotguns and blowing through Nazi strongholds with style, but there's also surprisingly emotional character work throughout. It's hard, it's loud, and it doesn't pull any punches with its themes. It's an 87 on Metacritic, trophy difficulty around 10 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. This wave of the summer sale has a great mix of genre classics, modern cult hits, and underappreciated gems that all deliver big value for their price. Whether you're into tactical RPGs, fast-paced shooters, emotional indies, or weirdly satisfying arcade games, there's probably at least one game in this list you've had on your radar for a while. From the timeless storytelling of Final Fantasy VII to the intense combat of Doom Eternal and the addictive roguelike challenge of Slay the Spire, there's something here for every type of gamer. The variety means you can jump into different worlds and styles without breaking the bank, and many of these games are at their lowest prices ever. With the sale ending in about 2 weeks, now's definitely the time to grab any titles you've been curious about or missed out on. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sales stuff that I put out. Leave a like, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.